Okay. Look, so about a week ago, right? I seen a trailer on YouTube for an Attack on Titan movie. An Attack on Titan movie based off the last season. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of seeing the last season, last this, last that. Like, when are they gonna let the last season or the ending of Attack on Titan go? When are they finna let it go, man? I can't believe that Mappa is going to announce an Attack on Titan movie before they announce a release date for the Raise movie, which is even crazier. But the fact is, though, is that after I saw this, right, I actually saw people in the comments being hyped about this, seeing stuff that we already saw from last year. I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna make a video, on how we can get more Attack on Titan, but not like this, in like an actual good way. You know what I'm saying? And the only way for that to happen is if Isayama can come back and write more chapters from the manga. I'm telling you this straight up. If Isayama can come back, right? Look, it doesn't have to be like a sequel series or like a prequel series. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's a prequel series out there, Attack on Titan Before the Fall, which is actually kind of decent. Though, ain't that bad. Since the ending of Attack on Titan is kind of decent, y'all can't really judge the prequel. But the fact is though is that if Isayama wants to fix Attack on Titan and make sure that it's set in stone, he needs to come back and write more chapters for Attack on Titan and give individual chapters and episodes for every single character after the Great Titan War. That is really the only way to end Attack on Titan the right way, right? Because if you think about this though, right? If you look at the ending, we see a little bit after what the Great Time War, and then we just get a flash forward of the tree and Mikasa, things war happening again, and then we see some brand new character in the dog, right? That's not how you end the ending. In my personal opinion, for any ending, especially if you're a book, you should take your time as much as possible. Take your time. And I guess Isayama he didn't take his time. You know what I'm saying? Um, but if he wants to come back and really fix the story, which he can, like I said, no one's going to judge him if he does this because if you really want to bring Attack on Titan or even want to milk Attack on Titan, yes, I said milk Attack on Titan. If you want to milk Attack on Titan for the next 10 years, Isayama come back, write extra chapters for every individual character that you made or had passion for. Give them their ending because I just feel like Levi being in a wheelchair does not sit right with me. That does not sit right with me, man. Levi just in a wheelchair. He don't really got an ending either. That's just bogus. Like, does he have a family? Does he chill out for a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Is he still part of like the Survey Corps? You know what I'm saying? Is is he still about that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just whack to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, make these chapters about certain characters. Like, for example, Connie meeting his mom. Right? That was whole Connie's motivation is his mother. Right? You know what I'm saying? Get his mom. Turn back his mom or try to help his mom tie joint. You know what I'm saying? But since Aaron got rid of the Titan gene, his mom finally turned back to normal, and we never got to see that moment between Aaron and his mom. Or no, it's not my fault. Between Connie and his mom meeting together. That would have been a wholesome moment to see Connie and his mother meet together towards the end of the series, but we never got to see that though. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's kind of like wow. You know what I'm saying? Or like John or Gene, whatever his name is. Gene or John. Actually, I'm gonna call him John. Does John start a family? You know what I'm saying? Because remember that flashback where he said, he wants to start a family and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Does he have a family? Can we actually see that? You know what I'm saying? Does Historia take good care of of the kid she got? Which I'm look, we all know she's gonna take good care of that kid, but I want to see more of Historia, being a mother towards that kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's the life living? You know what I'm saying? How's it going? I feel like that we should have seen more. I feel like Falco and Gabby should have got a little more screen time of what they did after the war. I know they're just kind of like chilling and all that stuff, but I feel like we should at least see what they do, just a little bit more of what happens after the Great Time War. You know what I'm saying? Or does Armin and Annie really get into it? Because we know they get into it, but do they start a family, or since the Time Gene's gone, can they settle down? You know what I'm saying? Does Armin have a family, kid? What's going on there? You know what I'm saying? We don't really know. It's just these are certain things that I wish that we would have seen after the Great Time War, and plus you had plenty of time though, right? Plenty of time to make these chapters if he does come back. Like I said, no one's gonna rush him for these. You know what I'm saying? Like, every ending needs that little slowdown phase before you end it, right? Like, for example, if you look at the Hunter x Hunter anime, now I know Hunter x Hunter as a manga has not ended yet, but if you look at the anime itself, A lot of people think the anime is where it's just ended at. A lot of people don't think, oh, the manga's still ongoing. Nah, like there's still a story out there. But the fact is though is that if you look at the anime though, right? After the Chimera Ant arc, we had a little slow down phase, you know what I'm saying, where they introduced some characters, things were a little more slower towards that ending, towards that last moment where Gon and his father is on top of that tree. You know what I'm saying? There's build up moments towards that. You know what I mean? So I feel like Attack of Titan should have did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? After the big great battle, you have like a slowdown phase, and then eventually, you know what I'm saying? You just bring back some characters, see what they're doing, and give them their conclusion to their story and their arcs. You know what I'm saying? Since Attack of Titan is a very character driven story, now you have all the chance and time to do it. But I felt like, when the ending was originally about to end, back like a couple years ago, I guess he kind of rushed it. He was ready to go. But at the same time, though, it's like, we as fans, uh, I wasn't rushing it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe certain fans like, man, when's it going to end soon? But I don't, like I said, I just know a lot of people was not like that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so I feel like now, since, you did kind of set the ending in stone, you know where it's at. But the fact is, though, you have so much space in the middle that you can work with and really just build more of the series from there, and then fans will actually be a lot more happy. And I think himself will feel a lot more happier if he did this for the ending of Attack on Titan. Because honestly, though, like if you do this though, then the anime is gonna come out for what I'm saying, like a whole other season could come out for it. You know what I'm saying? So then we can see more Attack on Titan. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man, I haven't seen no other anime like mainstream like this get this much hype ever besides Dragon Ball Z. And like I've never seen, actually, matter of fact, Attack on Titan is the only anime where every single episode had hype, and I'm talking like worldwide hype for every single episode. Like the whole world was tuned in whenever Attack on Titan came out. Not even for Dragon Ball, even Dragon Ball Super, right? Not a lot of people was tuned into Dragon Ball Super every single episode. Not every single one, because we all know there's some episodes that just wasn't it. But for Attack on Titan, everybody was tuned in and everybody was watching every single individual episode, hype for every single individual episode. Like I said, I've never seen that much hype for any mainstream series for Attack on Titan. And I feel like if they want to keep on bringing out the series for maybe 10 more years, if Isayama can bring out these extra chapters for every individual character that he wants to give an ending to, if he needs help, I'll recommend shoot go talk to the fans, see what character needs a good ending. If he can do this, then Attack on Titan has at least 10 more years worth of content. Best believe me so. Best believe. Best believe. And matter of fact, though, if they really want to keep going for maybe, I even say like 12 years, anime Attack on Titan Before the Fall is a prequel. It's been done. You know what I'm saying? It's 17 volumes. Um, I feel like it's pretty decent. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel like fans will tune in because I feel like that manga does go more in depth to, like the life inside the walls. You know what I'm saying? It shows you like, how they killed the first Titan. It shows you how, you know, it shows you like how the Survey Corps, like was all like built up and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It shows you everything about that, right? It shows you how like the bamboo swords, was made and all that stuff. It shows more about the royal family. So yeah, I think in my personal opinion, the Attack on Titan prequel is actually pretty decent. Like I said, I think fans will tune in and it has a lot of stuff to make fans be like, oh yeah, okay, that's the portion of the story that we didn't see in the main timeline. Well, we can see more in the prequel, and I feel like having that portion in the manga was pretty cool. So seeing that animated will also be pretty cool as well. That's just my personal opinion about that though. So yeah, uh, yeah. So anyway, this video is gonna be hella short, but just seeing a movie getting announced for Attack on Titan, it's just like, man, come on, man. It's like, can we really move past this? You know what I'm saying? But the best way to really move past this is if Isayama does come out and just make more chapters after the Great Time War. Before the time skip. You know what I'm saying? And just go on from there. If he does that, then I feel like his legacy will definitely go down for sure. And he just he'll be settled in pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It's just because at the same time though, Attack on Titan, the brand itself is such a high quality thing that you had to bring in so much effort to make sure every single gap is closed. So I feel like since there's a gap in Attack on Titan, and that's the biggest gap right there, the little time skip, or after the Great Time War, if Isayama can close that gap, well, great ending right there. And to me, that's just facts right there.